Hey guys, I'm Sean Hammond with PremierGuitar.com. We're at Winter NAMM 2014 talking to Dan at Empress Effects. Dan, you guys have a cool new tremolo.
Yeah, well, it's actually an update to our original tremolo, which was the first effect that we released back in 2005, so almost 10 years ago. And we've kind of revamped it, updated it. The audio path itself hasn't changed at all. We've kept that the tone that's kind of put us on the map. But we've added a ton of features and brought some of the technology we've been developing into the new pedal. So on the the hit list, probably the biggest thing we've done is added presets. So the mode switch, the tap tempo and knob mode were the two original modes, and now we've added this third preset mode. And the preset system is accessed with these different colors. Each color would be a different preset. And
so how many are there?
You can set it anywhere from 0 to 8. So if you're only going to use 2, you can set it to have 2, and up to 8. And the preset saves everything on the pedal. And to save a preset, all you got to do is change the knobs to however whatever you want the sound to be, and then you can go to whatever color you want to save it to. Press the save switch, and then the preset switch, and now that setting's been saved to the new preset.
So there are 8 different colors available.
8 different colors, yes.
Is it and it's all just like one LED, the multicolor LED for each side?
Yeah, we use an RGB LED, which is the same technology you'd see in like a TV or something like that. It's the red, green, and blue, so you can combine them to make any color you want, pretty much.
Okay, walk us through the top toggle a little bit more. So if it's in the middle knob position, it's just like manual, whatever everything's set to?
Yeah, so when you're in the knob or tap tempo mode, this LED will be white, and that's indicating that you're in the manual mode, which means basically whatever's on the faceplate is the sound that you're getting. And the difference between knob and tap tempo is how the rate is set. So in knob mode, this will just affect basically the speed of the tremolo directly. And when you're in tap tempo mode, this will be a ratio multiplier. And so you tap whatever speed you want, and then it'll multiply it by the ratio. So 2 to 1 would be twice as fast as the tempo that you tapped.
It's very cool.
So a couple of other things on here, original features, but still super awesome. The waveforms you can set. There's 3 different ones. There's a triangle, tube, and square. So tube would be kind of like that classic tube amp tremolo where they were built in. Triangle,
sort of like sine wave, but with the tops of the waveforms a little.
Yeah, like when you compare it to a triangle wave, it spends a lot more time at the open end, so it's you still get that kind of pulsing feel, but you don't get that volume difference as much that you get with like a triangle. And then the square wave is cool for choppy stuff. It's basically just on and off. And when you combine that with faster speed and some of the rhythms that we have in here, you can get some really interesting stuff going on.
All right, what did we hear at the very beginning? Or do you not remember because we switched the knobs around?
I'm pretty sure I was in tube mode. I know I haven't changed that. And I think I had the depth around half and rhythm 1, which is basically just your traditional pulse, like on, off, on, off. The other rhythms that are on here, there's a whole bunch of them, but they basically work with strong and weak beats. So rhythm 2 is a good example of a strong, weak, strong, weak. And then like 3 would be strong, weak, weak. So it's like in 3 time. And then I can show you that kind of choppy stuff I was talking about. As you get into these more interesting things. So there's lots of different rhythms. They're in different times too. So like I like doing this one in 5/4 and playing that over 4. You can get really cool. Like it doesn't quite wrap around the bar, so it displaces every time. So it gives a lot of interest.
So show us how you would program it for the 5/4 stuff you're talking about.
Yeah, so this setting 6 is in 5/4. So that's me playing in 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you combine that with like a picking pattern, it can get really interesting.
Can we hear a couple other variations? Because I mean, there's so many different possibilities with this.
Yeah, well, why don't I just run through the presets that are loaded onto this unit right now. I have no idea what's there, so we might get a surprise, but.
So every time, sorry, back to how this operates. Every time you go to a new preset, it comes up bypass when you have to activate it?
Actually, what it is, I should have explained that earlier. It's there's two different ways you can access presets. There's a one-touch system or a two-touch system. So the one-touch system, as soon as you press the preset switch, it would automatically load the next preset. What we have set here is the two-button system, so it lets you skip over presets. So say I'm in the blue one and I want to skip over the pink and go right to the yellow one. Then I hit the bypass switch and then it actually engages. So it lets you jump around without actually loading the preset. And then when you get to the one you want, then you hit the bypass switch and it would actually load that new preset. So it gives you, depending how you're going to use it, it gives you more options on stage.
So there's so many different possibilities here. Let's hear a couple more.
Okay, yeah, sure thing. So there's a good example of a rhythm creating, dynamic interest. And we'll load a new preset here. And then.
Nice. So can you talk a little bit about the signal path? Because, I mean, there's so much going on here, I imagine. Obviously, there's digital in there. Is it an analog signal path paired with digital controls? Or?
Yeah, actually, that's one of the coolest things about this tremolo. The audio path is completely analog. So we use something called a Vactrol, which is something that you can control digitally with a microprocessor, but the audio path doesn't actually go through the microprocessor. So it lets us do cool stuff like save presets and that, but it doesn't have to go through converters. So we can still keep that really nice warm analog vibe that the original tremolo was famous for. But it lets us add all these cool extra stuff. And I should mention the other cool thing that we didn't get to is our control port. And I don't have it plugged in right now, so I can't demo it unfortunately, but it's
for an expression pedal? Or?
Yeah, so it does expression pedal. It can accept an external tap signal, either latching or momentary. It can take a control voltage, and you can also connect MIDI. So you could, we have a box called the MIDI box, which would convert the 5-pin MIDI cable into a standard patch cord. And you can hook it up to your DAW and you can sync everything. It can follow time code, you can load presets. Basically anything that you can control on the pedal can be controlled through MIDI as well. So I know with tremolo, a problem a lot is it's shifting over time and getting slightly out of phase with the music. Being able to lock it in with time code is something that's really cool for the recording.
That's really cool. I mean, yeah. It has a very analog vibe in terms of operation, but very forward thinking. That's awesome. How much is this going for?
It retails at $249.
Okay. And is it shipping right now?
Yes, yeah, it is. We started shipping right around Christmas, actually.
Okay. All right, Dan, tell people where they can go online to find out more about this or find out where a dealer is or order it or whatever.
Yeah, so empressfx.com, that's our website. We have a link on there for our dealers. We have, I think, 120-ish or something like that in the US, which is probably where most of your viewers are from. So you go on there and find a dealer near you.
Sweet. Thanks, Dan.
Cheers.
I'm Sean Hammond for PremierGuitar.com. Thanks for watching.